America's 52 Stories, with life lessons for personal growth.
I'm Paul Hemphill, the creator of the Gettysburg series that uses stories and the lessons we glean from those stories so that future generations can become better persons and better citizens. This video is about the inspiration we can all receive from something as simple as our national flag. Of the 50 videos that I have created for this classroom series, this is the only video in which I appear at the end to deliver the lesson where I'm standing on the battlefield in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. As a Vietnam veteran, I'll bet you'll appreciate why I and veterans everywhere have a very strong emotional connection to the theme of the video that you are about to watch. Please feel free to send this video to your local history teacher and also send it to your children or your grandchildren.
Harrison Jeffords. After graduating from the University of Michigan, he became a lawyer and the owner of his father's brickyard. Before leaving home, he discussed with his mother the possibility of never returning, and so he wrote a last will and testament to make certain she would inherit his possessions. Because of the respect he enjoyed from his men, he was promoted rapidly to colonel. The regimental flag, most often referred to as the colors, was steadfastly protected because it was an icon in motion, representing the fighting men and boys from the same community. It was the beginning point behind which all soldiers would rally. It was the midpoint around which all forces would collide. It was the end point in which all hopes of victory would endure. The flag was home, consecrated in battle, and it had to be defended to the death. The colors were so frequently shot to pieces that they had to be replaced. The flag was usually kept clean, and if it ever touched the ground, it was considered bad luck. Jeffords pledged himself in decisive terms to be its special defender and guardian. In the next few minutes, the Stars and Stripes would also be in serious jeopardy. His vow was about to be tested. In a wheat field, Jeffords was in a hail of gunfire. His unit was suddenly faced with a charging enemy that easily outnumbered his own. The fighting quickly became hand-to-hand in what was called a whirlpool of death. In the confusion of the fight, the flag dropped to the ground. Jeffords and two other officers saw the flag and dashed to retrieve it. At the very same time, a Confederate grabbed the flag. With both sides screaming and cursing, the battle for the flag itself began. It was a breathtaking moment. The Confederate was killed. Union hearts sank, but only for an instant. Jeffords finally took possession of the flag. After being shot in the leg, one observer remarked later that while Jeffords lay on the ground not willing to yield the prize, the rebels rushed forward and literally pinned the gallant Jeffords to the earth with bayonets. One bayonet thrust mortally wounded him, but not before the Confederate was shot to death for his deed. When he was carried from the field, Jeffords reflected the same last thoughts of family when soldiers knew they were near the point of death. These were his last words. "Mother? Mother? Mother?"
Use symbols to motivate. Jeffords proves that a symbol can elicit powerful emotions, motivating anyone to act magnificently in a difficult situation. We gravitate to symbols because they inspire. They influence us to think powerful thoughts that lead to powerful actions. For most Americans, the Stars and Stripes provide a sense of identity, a feeling of belonging, a motivating expression of that for which we stand, and a stirring reminder of the price our forefathers paid for the freedoms we enjoy. Our national flag goes beyond its intellectual meaning and reaches really into our hearts, and therein resides its power, its ability to harness our thoughts and feelings for noble ends. Like nearly everyone on both sides of the fight in this field that day, Jefferson had a profound emotional investment in his flag, which was an influential symbol that led him to give to his country what Abraham Lincoln called the last full measure of devotion.
Right now, every student has the right to be thinking, what do I do with this information? Let's start by asking these questions, and you can provide your own answer.